Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Good morning, guys.
Joe here.
Kevin.
Okay, so we had a huge episode last week.
It really was.
It felt like a finale. We both talked about that, how like they blew up the show mid-season.
Right. And it looks like they've got the Chevy contract, right?
They do.
We couldn't figure out what the car was, and I think I saw somebody commented on Patreon that it was the Vega, or I think it was a Chevy Vega, which is
It was something that we didn't think it was. Yeah.
right, which
Yeah.
is kind of funny because they mentioned, and I think they're right, that this great big hush hush top secret car is actually a piece of crap
a
that
lemon.
nobody wanted. Yeah, it's another lemon.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of funny.
It is funny. I wonder if we'll actually get to see the car.
Oh, for sure. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I think absolutely.
But I was thinking about this too because this whole season so far has been, it's been kind of not a mystery, but like you don't really know where it's heading. I guess I definitely think they have something up their sleeve because it's not conventional. The show's never conventional.
I think it's heading for the downfall of Dawn.
No,
is
for
where
sure.
I think it's heading. And I think the last episode with him blowing up Jaguar relationship and kind of firing Jaguar clearly against everyone else's approval does it. I think he's going to get in bad with the partners. I think he made a unilateral decision to hurt the company.
Sure.
And it wasn't like he's blown pitch meetings, before. He's lost his temper in them before.
Yeah.
But this was a calculated, I'm just going to make the decision to fire you, no matter, without consulting anyone else. I think, I do think Don's going down, and now I'm more convinced than ever it's going to be professionally also.
Yeah.
Because he's becoming a liability at work.
I 100% agree with you. I do think we are headed for the downfall. What I'm saying is, in terms of how they tell this story, I just put up the first episode of the season on YouTube yesterday, and watching it back, I'm like, there's something so peculiar about the first episode, and I don't know if they're planting seeds for something down the road. They very well could be, but just every season of Mad Men, there's always some sort of big, oh my god moment. You know what I mean? We had one last week. It coming midway through the season, though, I'm willing to bet there's nothing
absolutely
going to happen.
And again, I think Don's big fall is going to be it. He opened.
I think it centers around the neighbors. I really do.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
You mentioned. Yeah, you mentioned the premiere being what it was. Well, the premiere started with Don sitting on a beach in an episode called The Doorway, reading Dante's Inferno that was given
After
to him.
we saw somebody getting CPR.
Right, and it was given to him by his mistress.
Yeah.
His life is about to blow up. I really
He's in
think
his own personal hell. I mean, like,
right.
Truly, that episode was more so like him in his own personal hell, I guess. But like, I feel like it's gonna be that all the time, no matter where he is.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse because he's, as we've mentioned before, because it's somebody he knows, it's somebody in the building, it's somebody Megan knows. It's getting closer and closer. The rules in season 1 for Don were nobody anywhere near you.
Yeah.
Now it's someone you see in the elevator every day.
He very much was a man with a code. Now it's like that code is just gone.
Yeah, he's obviously more self-destructive than he's ever been. And again, I think he's blown up his life before more than once.
Yeah.
And every time he's done it, he's had work to fall back on, right? When he got divorced, when Betty was done with him, that's when they blew up Sterling Cooper, right? And started their new firm and everything. He had that to fall back on. Get me in a room with everybody and I'll save the day, which he does. I don't think he's going to have work as a crutch moving forward because I think that's coming apart for him too.
It's already bleeding into work.
Right. Exactly.
That's already happening. Since season 4, really, when he started sleeping with the secretaries.
Yeah.
Now he's like purposely going out of his way, despite these gross clients.
He sabotaged a major account.
They got lucky.
Well, yeah.
They got so lucky.
Yeah, Pete called him out on that. Don't act like this was your plan. You got lucky that Chevy happened.
And let's not forget how gross it was for Joan too. Like, if I was Joan, I would be livid.
Yeah, that's when he fired Herb, that's my first thought was, this is going to be so upsetting for Joan. It was like, hey, that thing you did, that awful thing, now it doesn't even count anymore. It doesn't mean anything.
And he doesn't care. I mean, like, because he's mad at her for some reason. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to hit the moral high ground, which he doesn't have any right to do. So it's a complicated situation to begin with. Anyways.
Yeah, it's another situation where like the beauty of this show is the gray area. It's definitely more him, but we don't really know where he's coming from as far as, I mean, he hates Herb for what he did to Joan.
Yeah,
that's obvious.
It's funny how he's right and wrong at the same time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. He hates Herb for it. He was the one guy who tried to talk Joan out of doing it.
Yeah.
So I mean, there were some admirable characteristics around it, but after the fact, Don's, and again, I think he's cracking, but the way he's handled it has been so wrong.
And everyone on Patreon kind of agrees. It's as satisfying as it was watching him tell Herb off.
Yeah, Herb is disgusting. I hate Herb. Yeah,
a great moment for Don, obviously, but like the big picture of it all is like, you are the luckiest man alive for getting Chevy to come to you, and getting this merger to happen as well.
And that should have been Joan's call and not his.
It should have been Joan's call.
That you go to Joan. Hey,
she should be in charge of this whole freaking
yeah,
thing.
that account should be.
It should be.
Nothing happens with Jaguar that doesn't get run by Joan, because she's the one that made the real sacrifice for that.
But it goes back to him just ultimately not caring, and it's all about him. It's the Don Show 24/7.
Sure. So, and I don't think it's what I think is going to happen is he's going to be on the outs, both with Megan and at work at the same time, and having to face himself.
What happens after that, though? What implosion happens? You know,
everything. Yeah, he gets in trouble with both. Probably unrelated, right? He probably gets caught cheating and probably really blows something where maybe he blows it with Chevy.
Yeah.
Right. Something major happens, and then I think I think that happens this season, and I feel like season 7 is going to be Don doesn't have either of his two big pillars, his family life or his job, to kind of fall back on and prop up what he is, and he's got to kind of face himself in the cold light of day without either one to distract him. That's what I feel like.
One heck of a series finale. That'd be insane.
Absolutely. I think Don's in trouble. I think he's in real trouble. I think that's what this season is this is finally like stick a fork in Don Draper, if you know, for what he is.
Yeah.
And I guess we see in season 7 what rebuilding Don looks like.
Oh, I got goosebumps. Best show. I hope. Best show ever.
And of course I could be way off, but I feel like we've just kind of been little things telegraphing that not only is Don's personal life completely doomed.
They just inch us there closer and closer.
Yeah, it's completely doomed. There's no way at the end of season 7 that Megan's still married to Don, right?
Oh, there is
highly
no way. I would bet money on that.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think we've gotten, since last season we saw Don looking down the open elevator shaft and him grabbing the bottle.
Well, we
right
thought
after that,
season 5 that they were going to be done. So,
sure.
Yeah.
But that the work at work, the elevator, and then this, I think we're starting to show that at work Don's in trouble.
Absolutely.
All right, we do want to go ahead and welcome Han8K, or Hank with an 8, and Ashley to our Patreon group. Thanks, guys. We're really happy here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you find the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
Yeah, if you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page. On all shows we're watching, including Mad Men, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube. So if you want to keep going at the end of these edits, you can jump over to Patreon, and that's the place to do it. You're going to have to sync and watch along on your own streaming service. You're only going to see and hear us for copyright purposes.
Yes.
We're also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive. All right, Patreon folks, welcome back. We're going to get started here on episode 7 in 3, 2, 1. And we're back in the the open elevator shaft, and he always meets his mistress in this elevator.
Yeah.
She's going to be what blows him up.
I think so.
You are. Tell them how you don't listen to anyone because you've got it all figured out.
Go down. Keep going. No. He cannot help himself, can he?
Can't.
Don't forget to take some money.
You should not have sat there and listened to that anyway.
No, he shouldn't have. That was close, too. He almost got caught.
Well, and not only almost got caught, but if they fight enough, she might just say, by the way, I've been with Don. Yeah.
What do you think?
Seems silly to ask, but do you know where you're going?
Just follow you.
Follow you.
Hello, everyone.
Hey!
Stan Ginsberg, Ted Shaw.
There's going to be some contention here.
Stan does not like her.
I saw you taking your little tour the other week, and you look pretty tall. But now I see you're about my height.
It's a good thing they had the upstairs.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because they became a bigger firm. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be very crowded. But that may change soon.
I know where all the bodies are buried.
Okay, that was the best answer of all these people.
I'm glad you're here. Well, I'm glad you're here.
It's supposed to be really weird for her.
Yeah.
She's back.
The one place she did not want to be.
Yeah, there's the pillar. Yeah.
They're missing a partners meeting.
To the dynamic press reception and renewed in.
Sorry, I was spying on my neighbors.
Yeah. No chairs.
Or you could have my seat.
Yes.
Thank you.
Moira,
I mean, he has a partner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Power moved.
I'm kind of liking Ted more and more.
I am too.
As we get to know him
Yeah,
a little
look,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
See? No big deal.
Yeah.
Pete.
He made Pete look pretty small there, didn't he?
Fleischmann's margarine.
They want to be Ted and Don's first love child.
That's new business.
Isn't there a section of this meeting called Good News?
Fleischmann's. Groovy. We'll get right on that.
Groovy, I love that word.
Topaz pantyhose.
Ken Cosgrove and Bert Peterson. And they're thrilled.
Bert Peterson is back.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us Frank Gleason was dying?
Frank's going to be fine.
Aw.
Pete and I will fly up there.
And Ted.
Of course.
Ted's a pilot.
He is?
They look scared.
We can land right outside his office.
Neither one of them want to do that.
No. I mean, honestly, I don't know any pilots, but I'd be like a little skeptical of it.
Right.
Bert Peterson and Ken Cosgrove. They sent Bert Peterson a case of champagne.
We fired him.
They did.
Yeah.
He trashed the office on the way out.
What happened exactly?
Well, she was banging on the door pretty hard, saying she needed to see your father. I thought somebody was going to call a cop.
Oh, she's,
Yeah.
You've been so decent, I hate to ask you another favor, but could you get her a G&T with 2 ice cubes?
Gin and tonic?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Tell Billy you're fine on your own.
I am.
Your mom is not well.
Yeah, she needs to be in a place. I hate that as an answer always, but obviously he can't be there with her.
Look, it's a bad answer, but at the same time, she needs professional help.
She needs help, yeah.
Hello there.
There he is. I hope he trashes the office again, just for fun.
Away from Sterling Cooper.
Yes, it
Looks
is.
like the worm has turned.
Well, he's going to be a jerk about it.
The old team back together.
It'd be hilarious if they fire him again. That's so funny.
That right. Because they are going to be laying people off.
Yeah. Be a great bit.
It'd be really funny if it was him, yeah.
Well, we'll have plenty of time to catch up on those flights to Detroit.
He's so smug.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Come over here now.
I can't. I have too much going on in the office.
I need you.
The voice he's using.
Yeah.
12:30 at the Sherry Netherlands. Call me with the room number.
Definitely a power move, right?
Yeah.
Come on in, Bert.
Oh, please be firing him right now. I would love that if Roger got to fire
Have
him.
a seat. You might want to lie down, because here we are again.
There's no way. There's no way.
A lot of times in life, you get to do something, and you don't realize until it's over how much you enjoyed it. Next time it comes around, you're going to remember that.
You're right. And I think I could work with you too.
Work? No, Bert. I'm letting you go again.
My clients will leave with me.
No one will ever say you weren't funny, Bert. Damn it, Bert. You stole my goodbye.
You stole my goodbye. That's awesome. That was hilarious. Trash the office. Trash it, trash it, trash it.
Hello, you must be Bert Peterson. I'm supposed to report to you.
Well, as a first order of business, I recommend that you
Bob.
It's like, what? That's so freaking funny.
Oh, Roger.
You might want to lie down.
Oh, God.
Oh my god. Yeah, screw Bert.
What a fun bit to bring it back again for that.
You enjoyed something so much, you can do it again.
I feel like with her marriage kind of crumbling, that's what's going to bring this out into the open.
Yeah. I think she's going to tell Megan. Or at least, like, she's going to make it so freaking obvious.
I think she's going to tell her husband, is what I think, because they're fighting.
It just seems like they're on the outs now. Like, she could very well just leave her husband and be like, Don, let's do this.
So, before we inundate ourselves with Fleischmann's unique benefits and previous work, I want to, I don't know, have a little rap session about margarine and...
So Don's blowing off meetings already.
It has no smell.
Yeah, man, keep going. People hate it. Hold on a second. Who hates margarine?
You said there were no wrong answers.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I like margarine.
Butter's a lot healthier.
It is.
You want me to look for your shoes?
I want you to crawl on your hands and knees until you find them.
That's such a weird power move.
Yeah, why is he being weird?
Do it.
Is this his insecurity kind of taking over? He's got no control over anything.
He's got some weird kinks, that's for sure.
I think it's bigger than that.
Yeah, definitely. But like,
yeah,
it manifests itself in a weird way.
No, absolutely. Is this just as simple as his need to be in control?
I think you just hit it on the head right there.
Get back into bed.
Brown. Well, and the voice he's putting on and everything. Yeah, it's such a weird act.
Come over here.
Is he just gonna leave?
That's kind of what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
Done. There you are.
Sorry about that. I got held up.
Yeah. They're like, thanks, man, for coming late and eating.
Right.
What I meant.
We got some good ideas, and I think we're ready for a more traditional.
That's already irritated with him.
Later in the week.
Great. Peggy, you set the meeting.
Yeah, so he gets it.
Yeah. Say something to him, yeah.
5 minutes, 10 minutes? I've been working in creative my whole life. It's fine. 40 minutes? Come on. I've got better things to do. But obviously you did too.
He knows. He knows what he was doing.
Yeah. It's out in the open, dude. Like,
yeah.
People can see this.
Like I said, the cracks are going to be professionally too, for sure.
It's the first day, and you're already like,
you've already made an enemy out of your partner.
And Ted's like actually a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And she's still there. Wow. Okay.
Hello.
Are you still in bed?
What's this Batman voice he's using?
Yeah.
What's gotten into you?
Don't answer the phone again.
I do not like this version that he's putting on.
Look, she's weirded out by it too.
She should be.
But she's kind of into it. All right, well.
As he grabs the booze.
Yes.
Mr. Draper's here to see you.
Send him in.
Is he gonna like?
This is
kiss
mea
his butt a little
culpa.
bit?
Yeah, I've got to apologize a little.
Yeah, that's one heck of a gulp there.
If you don't want to drink, you don't have to drink.
Dang. It's pounded two at a time.
It's a lot for the middle of the day.
It's like, what's it, like 8 ounces of liquor just down the hatch?
Is this going to be Detroit again? You're going to lie down on the couch while I pace?
I'll lie down after we have our next one.
Let's get something on paper first.
I feel like he's kind of coasting on his reputation right now.
Big time. He's going to sit there and drink a pint of whiskey.
Yeah.
And have Ted do it all.
Even the cleaning woman quit. Mother's cut all ties. The whole place smells like a rabbit warren. Judy and I have taken our turn. Now it's yours.
No.
His wife's named Judy and Trudy.
Right.
Time. Buy Trudy a catcher's mask and be happy that you get to go to work every day.
Oh, you can't tell him he's not living at home.
I said just a minute.
Oh yeah, she's not well.
Yeah, she should go to the doctor.
You look a little wan.
I think I have food poisoning.
Is it a pancreas? Or her appendix?
Oh yeah, it's probably appendix.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a doctor. It could be anything, but...
Do you have your appendix?
She's in bad shape.
It's the other side.
Okay, there you go.
And I can't leave either.
Bob, be a good guy. Come on.
Bob is a good guy, I feel like.
He is. Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab the purse. What a pro.
I record 3 or 4 spots at one time.
Who taught Topaz?
It's a great shot.
It really was, wasn't it?
Everybody.
Oh, no.
Show of hands.
But Humphrey has all the delegates.
I'm voting for Nixon.
Oh, I knew it, Mathis.
Oh, Peggy's not happy. She knows what he did.
I'm for Bobby.
Well, Ted?
Yeah, Ted's asleep.
We'll sleep it off.
Dang.
Joan knows what's up. Peggy knows what's up.
She does. We just drank a bottle of whiskey.
And she knows it's on Dawn, too. She looked furious at him.
Oh, yeah, she should be.
It's just food poisoning.
I don't think it is.
No, that's not what it is.
Come on, let's go.
Is Bob going to help her cut the line here?
She's a little embarrassed, but she drank furniture polish.
Honey, why'd you do that?
She wasn't wearing her glasses.
I was going to get her in fast. Yeah.
Is he a doctor? Why didn't you tell me that?
I'm sorry, I really...
It's a smart move. Yeah.
Take her to bed 4.
Bob's awesome.
Okay. You came up with that awful quick.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That's not your first time, is it, Bob?
He's a smart guy.
He is. There he is. The weirdo.
Is the weird voice coming back here? Yeah, the Batman.
You look perfect.
Yep, it is. Yep, it is.
You exist in this room for my pleasure.
This is creepy.
Some weird 50 Shades of Dawn.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
Ask any more questions. Take off your dress.
Did she at least get room service?
Yeah.
I mean,
Where do you draw
hungry.
the line? Yeah.
Maybe at the end of this,
She's just into it. That's
right. Maybe at the end of this, she'd be like, I kind of miss my husband.
Yeah. He's so weird.
Yeah.
Just crawls,
back into bed with Megan.
How was your day?
It is really easy not to like him in this episode, isn't it?
There's a lot of them anymore.
And a lot of them, yeah.
It's funny how
but it was a great shot.
He was basically a cheater the whole time, but it's like we still liked him. There's still something to pull for. Now it's like
they've made him more and more gross.
This poor guy.
I think you look worse than I do.
He seems more interested in me than he is in the work.
But you're not very interesting.
He doesn't know that.
I like Ted.
I really came around on him. I really did.
He's mysterious. But I can't tell if he's putting it on.
Give him the early rounds. He'll tire himself out.
He's right, though. Don will eventually slip up, is what he's telling him.
Yeah.
Just let Don feel like he's got you for a minute.
He's showing off, kind of.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not going to last.
Now, 5-6 years ago, maybe.
Right. Yeah.
But now it's like,
and I thought it was pretty intuitive of Ted also to be like, I can't tell if this whole thing is just a put on.
Yeah.
But
It definitely
who he is. Yeah. Well, he's the first one to say that.
Yeah. Ted's not smart. He's not a dumb guy.
Yeah.
When you told me about the merger, I hoped he would rub off on you, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he can't drink like you. And you must know that because nobody can.
Yeah, that's true.
Move forward.
Yeah. I felt like that was a conversation that needed to happen.
I don't know what it is. I just don't want to think about anything.
Who told you you were allowed to think?
Oh my God, it's so weird, man.
She's going to get tired of this.
I'm already tired of it.
Mr. Campbell had an emergency and Mr. Draper is out, so I wanted to make sure you knew that we were rescheduling this afternoon's meeting with Mohawk.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Once we're above the clouds, it's sunny as summer.
How long have you been doing this? Not now.
Yeah, it's not very confident.
No.
That's a great bit.
Yeah, it really was.
He's got the old crap handle.
Right. Nice cut there.
You can relax now. We're leveled off. I am relaxed.
Oh, is this Ted's revenge now?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're flying, you think you're right side up, but you're really upside down. Really?
We heard that on like the West Wing, I think, didn't we? Yeah.
You don't want to take in the wonder of God's majesty?
I like to read on planes. I like to talk.
The Last Picture
Show, yeah.
You're the guy who flew us up here in his own plane.
I guess that's true.
Good. Ted gets a win here.
Yep. I love that author, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if Joni's awake.
I really don't need to see her. You can just give Kevin my gift.
Oh, football.
It's really nice of him.
Oh. Hello.
I'm curious what it was.
The hospital wouldn't tell me anything because I'm not immediate family.
He's 2 years old. He'll play with the bow.
That's all. Don't want to be away from the office too long. Although I left my overcoat on my chair, so they know I'm there.
That is a handsome man right there.
It is. He's very polite. He's got very nice guy.
Got some leading man qualities going there.
He's adorable. He saved your life.
It was just a cyst on my ovary.
Okay.
He's worrying about his job.
Well, why wouldn't he? Doesn't take away what he did.
That's true.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do anything.
No. Well, Bert Peterson was going to be his boss, so maybe Joe does save his job.
Maybe. I mean, she kind of owes him one.
Yeah, I don't think so, yeah.
Mr. Lamott already called for you. Don and Ted thought it was best not to wait.
Really?
Oh, yeah?
Apparently it went very well.
Damn it, Clara. They went without me.
Oh, he's feeling insecure already.
Do you want me to get Mr. Lamott on the phone?
Can you give me a minute?
He's got the same problem Don does. Take your crap out on other people.
Yeah. He's the scrappy dude at Don Scooby.
Really, yeah.
Where are you going?
I think it's time to go home.
Okay, she got it together.
I think this is over.
It's over. When I say it's over.
Don, sweetie, take a hint.
I dreamt I went to your funeral and Megan cried on my shoulder.
Stop it.
Is the guilt finally there?
And I said, I've been away, but I'm home.
It means you missed me.
No, it means she worked through it.
It means it's time to really go home.
So she's breaking it off completely.
And not just this.
Well, you definitely had one heck of a last hurrah there.
Weird one.
Yeah.
It's easy to give up something when you're ashamed.
Yeah. That's a great line.
Yeah, she's right.
Let's go.
Yeah, have some integrity.
I have no idea how he's going to react to this.
Have some freaking integrity, dude.
What's he going to be moving forward now? Like, he's still a mess, but without another crutch. She didn't take the dress either.
No, she can't, you know.
Right.
Bob's got to go. Last hired, first fired.
He's going to do it.
What?
Oh.
Do you that Bob has been very involved in Ken's accounts? And with Ken servicing Detroit, I don't know how long it'll take Lawrence to catch up.
Fine. Lawrence is gone. We done here?
There we go.
Yeah.
The secretarial staff.
She did. She just saved his job.
Good for you, Joan. Good for Bob.
Yeah.
I'm glad we can have some feel-good moments
right
on this show.
It's really funny because Pete smiled at her because he thought she was doing it for him when it was actually she just likes Bob.
Yeah. We all like Bob for the most part. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what they're planning with Bob. We can kind of talk about that at the end, but I like Bob a lot.
I do too. As a new character, I like Bob.
He's very likable.
Yeah, now go put your life back together, man. Which we know is not going to happen.
If you want some control of your life, take control of your life.
Yeah.
It's like Tom Cruise and Magnolia.
Really.
I just thought it would be fun to go on a trip.
He doesn't care about her at all, does he?
Yeah, what she's saying fades out when
right.
she's staring at her like, I don't care.
Yeah, he's not listening at all. He is miserable.
They shot that poor Kennedy boy.
That was years ago, Mother.
I just saw it on the television.
Oh,
Bobby.
Bobby.
They're shooting everybody.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yep.
Kennedy then going off into the kitchen area to retire to his room for the evening.
Sirhan.
For the next hour or so. Crowds spreading around him, shaking hands.
It's like this happened 60 years ago almost, and it still gets me. I don't know why it makes me so upset, but it does. Could you imagine what like this country would be if MLK wasn't shot or Bobby wasn't shot? You know, it's just how close we were to like progression so long ago, and it's just horrible.
Don's in the middle of his own tragedy.
That's a choice to have.
Yeah.
It's like the world is on fire around him and he doesn't care.
Yeah, it's interesting because we focused so much when MLK was shot on the show a couple weeks ago. And now that it's Bobby, it's really in the background, and that's largely because of Don, right? Yeah. Don's blocking it out. Don's blocking out Megan. Don's blocking out the world. I think we are really, really close to when Don just completely collapses.
I think this is the start.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already began.
No, it's been going on.
But this is a huge progression.
It is.
Because we made a big deal about JFK. We made a big deal about MLK.
Yep.
The Bobby thing I thought would be a big episode as well, but it makes sense that it's not. You know what I mean?
Why do another one so soon after the last one?
Exactly.
Right.
And,
we really focused on it.
I think they handled that really well.
Yeah.
To slip it in there like that. And I'm sure that they'll probably talk about it in the next episode.
Sure.
But it's not the point of the show.
No, the point of the show is Don's utter collapse that is happening. And he's the one who really instigated the merger. And that might be his death knell. Because with Ted and with everyone else coming in,
Ted's not going to put up with it.
Well, not only is he not going to put up with it, Don's less essential.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, for sure.
I mean, it's like,
we got 6 other guys here.
Right. I mean, really, it was kind of running with Sterling, Cooper, and Don.
He's going to need one hell of a pep talk. They're going to be like, get your eye on the fastball or you're gone.
Yeah. I mean, he's a partner. There'd have to be buyouts. He'd be rich when he left. But it's not. But you can get rid of him if he keeps capsizing.
That'd be insane if that's how the season ends, if he gets bought out.
Right. If they're like, you're out.
I mean, it's his show. The show's no stranger to blowing things up. And if there's one season left, that could very well be a possibility.
It would be interesting if the show does kind of split to where Don's off doing his own kind of thing in his like hunt for rebuilding himself,
in the wilderness or something.
Yeah, or just whatever. Just
not
that's
there. What I'm saying. He's not there. He's off on his own journey. That's
and Sterling Cooper, Shaw, blah 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 blah, are all doing their
one heck of a title,
right?
Man.
Are all kind of doing their own separate thing, right?
Yeah.
Like the firm is existing without Don, then Don's trying to learn to exist without the firm.
He's there doing the bare minimum now, right? Like that margarine pitch, I was like, okay, you came up with something, but like it's not great.
It's an ad we've seen a million times.
Yeah.
It's a car driving down a road. It's somebody opening and drinking a soda.
It's not particularly great.
That's what I'm saying. It's an ad we've all seen a trillion times.
You want to show a dairy farm for margarine, which is like a non-dairy based product.
It's pretty funny, yeah.
So it's like, okay, I mean, it's not clever. I mean, it seems clever, but it's really not.
No, it's just
bad. These 2 drunk guys come up with something.
Yeah, it was a very uninspired ad,
and everybody else sees that too. Peggy sees it. Even Stan and Ginsburg are like, "Wow,
right,
this is unprofessional."
Yeah.
And Stan's smoking in the office. You know what I mean? Right. So like that's pretty wild.
At least Stan's doing his job.
Exactly. But for them to be like, this is unprofessional. That's saying something. You know what I mean? And so. I don't know. It's the Sterling Cooper aspect of the show. I know people don't love season 2 because it kind of drifts away from The Office. After season 2, the show's balanced both out so well.
Sure.
I'm so into The Office stuff this season. You know what I mean?
Like, absolutely.
Every time we spend in The Office, I'm perked up. I'm intrigued because it's not like they're struggling right now.
Nope.
But to see them break to the next level is something that I truly, truly want to see. You know what I mean?
Well, I think with Chevy, that's what they're getting at, right? They combined to become a big firm from 2 small firms.
Sure.
And they've got the contract with the one of the big 3 car dealerships, which is massive.
Yeah.
And I don't know that Don's going to be a part of it.
I don't know either. Honestly,
he's going to blow something, and he may blow the Chevy deal. And if he blows the Chevy deal,
I'm thinking that's kind of
they might be like, you got to go.
So like. People, or Ted specifically, is like looking at Don like, okay, this guy's great. He's throwing a Hail Mary. He got us on board. Like he's great at his job. In reality, Don doesn't care.
No, but I think in this episode, Ted kind of really figured out that Don's a little bit facade.
Exactly.
He's eloquent. You know, he's mysterious, but even Ted's the first person on the show who works with Dawn to say this might all be an act.
No,
this might all be an act.
I think he's going to figure out like, okay, so you just got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, really,
you're not that good. You just got lucky at this. I mean, he's good, but like at this point, he doesn't care.
There's a lot of fake mystique to Dawn.
Yeah,
you know, and he creates it, and he cultivates it. We saw it a lot when he was really pushing it in the hotel room.
Yeah,
of like you're all act.
Well, how long can you do that for, right? I mean, that's probably taking the toll on him. Really, is the fact that he can't live his own life. He's not his own person because he's living somebody else's life.
Yeah, and that's the American. Yeah, that's the critique of the American dream for the show, right?
Yeah,
the thing that you're chasing isn't even real.
The older he gets, the longer this lie lasts. You know, it's just.
There are cracks.
I'll never be Dick Whitman again.
Yeah.
I'll never be Dick Whitman. I'm only Don Draper. Who is Don Draper? And that's the theme of the show, like you said. But it's just like, it's becoming more and more obvious now to everybody around him that like he's going to have to do something else. He's going to have to walk away.
He's going to he has to do something else. And I think we really see the spiral worse than it's ever been in the next episode.
Yeah.
Now that he just straight up got dumped, kicked out of his own fantasy life, and now the people that he worked with are even being like, what's going on with this guy?
It's because
Peggy went and called him out to his face for just being a lousy, petty alcoholic.
All these affairs, once they break that level of like too much, it gets scary. Like,
right?
Because even with the in the first season, let's run away together.
Rachel Lincoln,
yeah. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's just go.
Right.
Bobby, he tied Bobby to a bed and left her there. Like,
right.
The Bobby situation was a little different. To be fair, she might have matched him in grossness because she was also
right. She was pretty gross.
Crazy. But with the teacher and now this. Like, I think he kind of scared her straight, honestly.
Right.
He's like, yeah, you're going to stay here and listen to me. I'm in full control here. This is our room. And
she put it back together. It's like,
any
this is
sane
not what my
person
life
would take a step back and be like, what is happening?
This is not, this game is not a game I want to play anymore, right?
Because it gets so dark.
Yeah.
So fast.
Yeah. And it's been a while since Dawn's been told no like this, too.
Yeah, it has been.
I think Rachel Menken was the last person to be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know, it's always been him blowing things up. But this time, and he always had someone to fall back on when he did, except for obviously Betty leaving him. Right.
Sure.
But I mean, that took a massive toll on him.
The Betty thing was interesting because in many ways, he was just doing that to her forever. You know,
right.
I mean, but
sure.
They had the stability, they had the kids, you know.
Right.
And I know that like she's not our favorite character, but I do want to see more Betty on the show just because I think
me too. No, I like Betty. I think she's got. I've liked her more as a person moving forward.
Yeah, like her story is actually really interesting right now.
Yeah, well, back when it used to be very, very narcissistic, and she was an abusive mother, you know, which is not really the case anymore.
It's not.
She's a lot more palatable than she has been in the past,
and she definitely has her faults. But I think the farther we get on the show, we can look back at that and be like, I kind of get it. Yeah,
some of it.
Some of it, not all of it, obviously, because like well, I mean, your emotions,
right?
How you handle stress is how you handle stress. But you should be an adult.
Right. Well, I mean, she was groomed to be what she is for her whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason I can kind of let it all slide.
And then you throw Mr. Toxic in the mix, and
right?
really screw with.
Yeah. I mean, being married to Don will mess with anybody. It's going to mess with Megan at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, Betty was groomed to be the doting housewife, mother, and nothing else. And she clearly had a terrible, abusive mother who told her, "You're too fat. Don't get fatter. Men won't like you. You're nothing but what you can be for a man." And she tried to do that to Sally, and you know, she seems like she's unlearning the abuse.
I like it. I like that she can be a little more free now, right? Like she can let herself go a little bit. I hope she becomes happy with her body and like
dyeing her hair black. Was a nice way to be like, I don't have to be this.
When you have that pillar of support that is Henry,
right?
It's nice. Yeah. It's really nice. And you know, it's we're not focusing on that because I feel like the show, that's not the point of the show, right? The point of the show is not happiness.
No, it's not going to end up happy for most people.
No,
it's definitely not going to end up happy for Dawn and Megan.
No, it's not. Real quick, I want to talk about Bob. Okay, so like I said, I threw up the episode, the premiere yesterday, and Bob's in that as well. Do you think that they're plotting something with Bob? I mean, I don't know because like he's in every episode as this nice seeming like happy-go-lucky guy.
There's something else going on.
He's on the inside.
Right.
He's hearing things. He's doing. I don't know.
He's an account man, so he's not in creative. So it's hard to say. He might be a threat to Pete. You know, as Pete's feeling threatened here, Pete's like, I need Bob on my team. And if Bob is just that much more likable than Pete, he might be a little bit of a threat to Pete. I don't know.
Sure.
Again,
on his way in there. He's getting goody with Joan.
Sure, but I mean, just like with Dawn, he is a partner. It's not like you can supplant him. Yeah, but I mean, do you see a scenario where Pete gets fired?
Don doesn't.
And Don doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
I don't. I think Don goes before anybody else does.
Pete's still really good at his job.
He is.
He's feeling insecure right now because of the merger, but he always does when he feels like someone's getting something and he's not.
And it's funny because he actually, like, Ted was mad at both of them, but Pete had a genuine reason.
Yeah, Pete's reason was at least real.
Yeah.
Don is just being Don. And I don't think Pete's job's in jeopardy in any way, but I do feel like he's going to feel like Bob's a threat. And I think that's maybe where Bob's storyline goes, is Bob doesn't realize he's in a competition with Pete, maybe. You know, just because...
He's not dumb, though.
You know, he is not dumb.
No.
He saved his job, and he might have even known he was doing it.
Might have.
Maybe, you know, moving forward, it was like, he got in good with one of the partners.
I hope
stupid.
I hope he's not sleazy. It's just this show teaches you to keep your guard up with certain people because
it would
you
be,
don't know.
I don't know. It'd be pretty funny if Bob was like playing 3D or 4D chess with everybody. You know,
so
I'm right ahead. I'm 10 steps ahead of all of you.
He might be.
Bob running the company. All right, we'll catch you in the next one, guys.
See ya.